Yo, my people. Okay, guys, I just read chapter 173, and my goodness, what a motherfucking chapter. So it starts with Bofoy, aka Metal Knight, finding out what happens to the robots and seeing that it was Saitama who did it. And not only Metal Knight, but in this chapter, it has been revealed that more and more people are starting to know who or what Saitama is. Not fully though, but he's getting slowly but surely recognized, and the way they are doing it is just perfect, man. So now we have Saitama on Metal Knight's radar. I actually want to make a video of Metal Knight in the future because there are some things I don't see people talking about when it comes to Metal Knight. But yeah, that's for a future video, so stay tuned for that. So after that, we see a meeting of some S-Class people talking about the events, and we are seeing that Sitch knew about God all this time. Something I had to see coming because he was the only one with connection to Blast, but for some reason that slipped off my mind. But yeah, that's crazy. Flashy Flash and Zombie Man were giving their experience with God to the people, and slowly but surely or at least the higher ups are starting to know more about this so-called God, and that he is tied to the uprising of monsters. But of course they don't want to reveal this information to the masses because it will disturb the peace. Like, can you imagine knowing this info and just tripping balls because your neighbor, friend, or even yourself can turn into a monster at any time? And on that topic, Amai Mask seems to act surprised that people can turn into monsters, but I think that he's just playing dumb because we know by now that he is a monster. But when Stitch was talking about Blast and God and all the secrets they were hiding, it showed a flashback of Blast, and this super cool looking character was revealed. He looks like a ninja, and knowing that it took place 20 years ago and that Blast most likely only hangs out with strong people, this might be like a first graduation class ninja, because we know Flashy Flash is the 44th class called The End, and Hellfire and Galewind are from the 37th class called Golden. Or he might be the strongest ninja at that time, or maybe the master. Oh, or maybe the master, and after the God incident with Blast, he thought that maybe he needs to build an army of ninjas to fight God. Who knows? But little stuff like this really gives my mind creative fun with theories and stuff like that. And Sitch was also saying that he was with other people, so I don't know if he means the galactic alien dimension friends of Blast, or if it's just other people we will get to know in the future. Nonetheless, dope ass lore drop. But yeah, after that, it has been revealed that the reason Blast didn't finish off Elder Centipede was because God interfered and fought Blast. Which makes so much sense because Elder Centipede 2 years ago was even smaller and weaker than the one that came recently. So of course something must have happened for him to escape. So I'm glad that they reviewed this piece of information. And they also said that the reason Blast didn't want anyone else involved in this is because Blast is the only one with space-time powers. And then Genos is like, no, Saitama can also do that, and started explaining everything in 4 hours. But yeah, like 90% of all the explanation was just praising Saitama. So naturally they didn't listen as much and didn't take it so seriously because he seems like a fanboy that just lies about Saitama to make Saitama look better. But yeah, Janos never really learns, huh? But I love the fact that King is like moon level in their own imagination of King, which is fucking brilliant. I love it. The writing is just built different. But yeah, that's crazy that they even gave a notch to power scalers of the show, and I'll definitely do something with that information in the future. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And what's crazy is that they are hinting that the interaction with God's dimension is increasing because of Saitama, which is straight up crazy, but would totally make sense. And at the end of the chapter, they revealed the thoughts Zombie Man, Flash, and Amai Mask are starting to have of Saitama. So yeah, they are getting closer and closer to the truth of Saitama. Do they know it? No, probably not. But do they have more respect for him? For sure. And they think that he is probably very strong, no doubt about it. But I think that they might just see him as another S-Class guy, not as the one that no one can beat. So yeah, This chapter was awesome, but I think that this is the last chapter we will see of Blast and God for a while. They will probably shift into a new arc and leave this up for us to speculate about, and maybe at the end of the new arc or the arc after that, they will start revealing more about this matter, because I can totally see that this is just an overarching story up until the end. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter as much as I did and this videos. If so, be sure to like and subscribe, and as always, keep existing.